B-Team, we're back, and we're welcoming back Brenden Monroe. Let's go.
Thank you.
The man, the myth, the legend has returned.
Wow, we did it so nice. We had to do it twice. It was unbelievable the first time. I'm so glad to be back. You've had a slew of fantastic guests that have came after me, and let me just say, there's one person that probably shouldn't have been here, but we're back again for round 2. I am nowhere as cool as half the guests you've had, but thanks for having me back. I'm pumped to talk sports and life in general.
Yeah, man. It's been a while.
It has.
I mean, what's new down there? You released a new song in February.
Banger.
Yeah, I think we got some more on the way.
We got plenty on the way. So
there it is again.
There it is again.
It's going to be the whole time.
Okay, that's it. Listen, it adds a little. If it was later in the afternoon, there wasn't even a thumbs up there. It might be your thumb.
I don't know what's happening.
Thumb.
Oh yeah, Mike, your thumb.
It might be your thumb.
Your thumb.
So it's like if it was later in the evening, we could do like a little drinking game to it. But no, new songs on the way. Just wrote like 4 new songs.
Yeah.
Love them. Love all of them. And going back up to Michigan to start a little bit of a tour situation. Not a tour, but a couple shows and some things going on later this month and then into July. So cool stuff on the way. Can't complain. Can't complain. I got engaged as well, just so you know.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Come on.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a lucky gentleman. So it's I'm pumped.
No pressure,
October
Mike.
of 25. October of 25. But no, that's enough about me. You don't need to know more about me right now.
Well,
we can talk about that later, but it's
You're leaving out something that was also cool that we saw. Trailer Park Golf Club.
There it is.
Trailer Park Golf Boys.
Let's go.
They are fantastic. I'm not wearing any of this stuff right now. I'm looking right at it in my closet, but they're just guys being dudes doing dude stuff. They're a group of guys from Michigan. Have a great brand. Like if you look up their stuff, it's fantastic. I like the John Daly-esque, kind of blue collar vibe they're going for. So it's one of those things. So pumped to be rocking their stuff. Met them a couple weeks back in Michigan at a little thing we did for Country Boots and Bands. Shout out Scott, you rule. And they're just good people. They're like, do you want some swag? I'm like, sure. I'm like, that'd be sick. And I played a gig at a brewery the night before I met them. That brewery, Warwater Brewery, shout out, they gave me 92 free beers.
Damn.
90, and they're like the tall, like 4-packs.
And how many did you drink?
Incredible.
Let's just say I gave a lot of beers away to the Trailer Park Boys. They, I think they took 42 of them. And then I gave some away to some people at Country Boots and Bands, their staff and everything. But I brought back 25 of them, and I think I'm down to my last 4. The best one is the thing they have. It's called like the Fool's Gold or Ace of Fools or something like that. It's a New England styled IPA. Fantastic. King of Fools. That's it.
King of Fools.
So good. And then they have like a little grapefruit action. I'm a big grapefruit guy. I don't think we've discussed that, but grapefruit beers are fantastic. In my opinion, IMO.
So are you a shandy type of guy?
Listen, if I'm on the course, right? If I'm knocking some glizzies down and I need something to wash her down with, a nice Leinenkugel, I'll rock a summer shandy.
Okay.
I like here's the thing. If it's cold, I'm going to drink it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, okay, you ready for this? Right off the bat, conspiracy theory. Okay. Green bottle beers do not taste as good as brown bottled beers.
I've heard that before.
Okay. Mike, you seem okay. Ready for this?
I haven't thought about that.
When's the last time you saw someone order a Heineken?
Well, I'm a bartender, so.
Oh, that just ruined it.
Yeah, sorry.
He's like yesterday.
Not too long ago. But on the course, I have not seen any green bottles at all. Mm-hmm. So
wait, you're a bartender?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's funny because my next question was going to be, when I used to work down in Westchester, where I started bartending, I worked at a country club, and the main go-to drink on the course was a transfusion. Okay. That's all people ordered. Do you go down that route when you're drinking liquor on the course, or strictly
never had
beer?
one?
Strictly beer.
Seriously?
Never had a transfusion.
Oh,
serious?
Are you playing golf this week?
You're missing out.
I'm playing golf tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, so tomorrow you're gonna have a transfusion.
I don't even want to tell you what it is, by the way.
We don't have those at my course. the course I work at, we don't have a liquor license, so we can't
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
so we can't do that. But I mean, we have a plethora of beers. You know, we have some good beers.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had like the hippies and cowboys at all? Have you heard of
I've
that?
seen Cowboys. No.
Okay,
No.
get down to Nashville, and we'll have a good time. I'm actually going to be up in your guys' neck of the woods here fairly soon. I'm trying to get up to New Jersey in August, but I might drive. So if I drive up to Jersey, I mean, I kind of have to go through your kind of area, don't I? Is that correct?
We should take a music fest.
Yeah. See, you and I talked about this
You
a
would
little
love
bit
it,
ago.
bro.
Oh, that's right.
If you're
yeah.
around during that time, you should definitely make a stop in Bethlehem. Because we
I'll be
got
down.
Music Fest, and it's a week and a few days of just stages everywhere, food, beers, everything, all
Right on.
downtown. They do the whole thing up. It's awesome.
That sounds pretty legit. Would we be able to get some golf in? I mean, I
absolutely.
want to do the,
No doubt.
Absolutely.
I need to do the 999 challenge. Like that's. I mean, how did that go? By the way, didn't you guys do
With the
something
9
like that?
dogs, 9 innings? No, we didn't get
Yeah.
to
No,
it.
we didn't do that yet. We're going to be doing that soon, hopefully.
God.
Well, you need to do 9 beers, 9 dogs, 9 holes.
Oof. That we could definitely do.
That would be
next
hell.
week.
That would be, I mean, that
week.
would be
That's the
hell.
triple 9 that I was talking about. You have to play 18 though, because you have to sober up on the back 9.
Yeah.
We
So
could do that with Brenden.
18, 9, and 18. 18 dogs through 18 holes.
So how about we save that one
9
for when
beers.
you're up?
Wow.
Yeah, everything just changed. You thought it was a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, even
Everything
the thumbs
just
up
changed.
emoji came
No,
up.
boys, listen, I'm about it. When I was an intern at the West Michigan Whitecaps, we had dime dog nights. So like the one time we did it, I was like, boys, here's $2. We each went and got 20 hot dogs. And we had from the 7th inning to the time we had to go out and like unpark cars and like make sure people got out of our parking lot. I think I ate 15. Lee, he was a track runner or a thrower at track, whatever, at this Calvin College in Grand Rapids. He ate all 20. And listen, by the 7th dog, all you taste is salt.
Yep.
Like it's gross.
Yeah.
But that's when
can see
you
it.
dig in and you find out if you have like the Mickey Mantle gene or not. And you just like, you're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to put up record breaking numbers at right now. And you just have to dive into it and just know what's going on. But
Did you see at the Mariner Stadium, they're putting like hot dogs on parachutes
Yeah.
and throwing
Wait,
them
what?
down from like the third deck.
So they play "Heaven Is a Place on Earth." Like they have that blaring over the speakers, and they just have hot dogs on parachutes
Glizzies.
floating down.
I
Yeah.
mean, is that not heaven? I mean,
It's amazing.
Do you guys remember? Did you guys have an AFL team? Didn't like Bon Jovi have a team in like Philadelphia, like the Philadelphia
Soul.
or whatever?
We
So,
actually
like,
have one
they-
in Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, we have one in the Valley. Mhm.
Yeah.
So they used to play like the Grand Rapids Rampage
Yep.
back in like the early AFL days, and I remember they would drop glizzies from the
That's
ceiling,
awesome.
and then like they'd have a blimp that went around and they'd drop like coupons to like the team's store and stuff like that. But the AFL is kind of back. Like we have the Nashville Cats down here,
Yeah.
and they're pretty legit. I think they won like their first 2 games.
Are they
But I
playing
guess
where the
there's-
Preds play?
No, yeah, I wish they're playing at like the Municipal Auditorium. It's like
Okay.
it's like a super old like concert venue. So it's like
Okay.
Elvis played there, like the Rolling Stones play. It was like it's kind of crazy, but it's like AFL. It fits like maybe 4,000 people. I think is what they said was their highest number so far. And I'm like, I want to go to it for like $15, see some arena football. Like, yeah, that's legit. You can't beat it. It's good to see those kind of leads back.
You gotta get tickets like right at the back of the end zone because
Oh,
those
yeah.
players are right there. You can hit them on the shoulder pads. We used to do that when they played in the Valley. They were all about it because we went to 3 games in a row, and they would be walking over, dapping us up
Okay.
as they're about to do a kickoff.
That's pretty legit. Well, the only bad part about it is the fence is raised here, like the wall. So it's like 15 feet off the ground.
Okay.
So you can't like get to the players, which sucks. Because I remember in Grand Rapids you could do that because it was a hockey arena.
Mhm.
Like it's where the Grand Rapids Griffins play hockey. So like you're right there, and that's like. Do you remember the video game that came out for arena football back in the day?
Yep, I actually have it right over here.
Wow, like that was legendary. When you could really like just you could kill people. It was illegal murder. You could the best is when you got them right along the boards, boom, into the benches. Nothing better.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing better.
No, I
But-
agree with that.
Speaking of the Preds,
Yes, sir.
did you go to any of the games?
I didn't go to a single game this year, and I'm a diehard Wings fan. Like
They were so
I think
close.
you guys, dude, it broke my heart, but they're close. And I'm a Shanahan guy. Like I'm a Shanahan guy through and through. That's like, I was named after Brenden Shanahan. And then like growing up with like the Russian Five and seeing what the Wings were, like it's impossible to be from Michigan and then move to another place and not have the winged wheel on your chest anywhere you go. So it's like this year kind of sucked because the Preds were good and the Wings were right on the cusp. So the ticket here was like super hot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like I love the Wings, but I'm not gonna drop like $380 for my tickets because I'm like, then you got to park in Nashville. Like they say the easiest way to spend $40 is just park.
Yep.
And it's so true. And then like you got the $20 beers inside Bridgestone, which
we got to do something about the beers, man.
The beers it's bad.
At the link, I went to Luke Combs last summer, and we go in, and it was a birthday present. So
love that.
My now fiance goes in. She's like, I got everything tonight. Don't worry about it. Like, this is your birthday present. We go in. She gets the first round. She turns to me and goes, so do you mind if you get the second one? And I was like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. We just dropped $30 on 2 beers.
Yeah.
It was
before
insane.
tip or after tip?
No tip.
I have no clue. I have no
See-
clue.
see,
But that's another
monitor
thing.
around.
I think it's outrageous that they ask for a tip there because they aren't even doing anything. Did you make the beer? All they do is open it for you.
They're opening it in. Meredith, my better half, bless her soul, like she is probably the sweetest human being you would ever meet. And like I'm gonna like she does this, but she always comes back whenever she goes and gets them, and she's like, "Jeez, after tip is like $45." I'm like, "How much are we tipping?" Because like 20%. I mean, you know how it is. It's like those stadium prices are outrageous.
Yeah, $6 or $8 just to open a beer for you. Yeah, no, you're getting.
Well, that's what I loved
0
about
tips.
Yankee Stadium. It was affordable. Like no bull. I almost said that. I'm not going to swear. My goal today is not having to get bleeped out at all. I have to. I'm not going to do it. I'm not getting you guys demonetized. Okay, we're not going to do this. But Yankee Stadium, a hot dog was like $4, and I was like, "This is for a dirty water dog. Like everything that I wanted. Like it was perfect." And it's like the beers were like $11, and I got my Aaron Judge commemorative, 24-ounce, beer koozie. And like that was another like $5. So like $16 for a beer, $4, $20 for a beer and a dog. That's not bad, especially being at a major league stadium.
Like you know what you're expecting.
Being at a pro stadium. That's not
well,
bad.
I was expecting like $6 a dog, maybe $6.25, just being where I'm at. And then I'm like, I'll take 2. It's like one of those things. And even like minor league stadiums are sometimes outrageous with their prices. Like why is a brat $8?
Yeah.
Like these are they're not even like the raw, they're the pre-cooked Johnsonville brats that come in a pack of 5 at your local Kroger, Winn-Dixie, whatever shopping facility you have where you guys are at. Y'all got Wegmans?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if you go to your Wegmans, you got your cheddar brat from Johnsonville. That's what they're selling you for $8. You can get the whole pack for $5.50. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
So, but I get it. I mean, they have to pay. It's like I want Juan Soto on the Yankees for life. So make the chicken bucket $75 and give him part of team revenue. So it's
Dude, we
I
have
get it.
to do something about that. Have to.
It needs to be done. And it's the same thing with just like ticket surcharges in general. Like, Zach Bryan kind of went on that crusade against Ticketmaster and did that whole thing. And it's expensive, dudes. It's like, why is there a convenience fee if you get them online?
Yeah,
like, why is it $12
where else are you going to
a
get
ticket?
them? Am I going to walk down the Wegmans and buy them off the shelf? Like
well, there's not a real box office thing anymore. Like back in the day, it was sick where everybody could you had to camp out for tickets. Back when our parents were going to concerts, that was the golden age of life in general. Now everything's just so messed up.
Yes.
It's like okay, so Chief opened up that bar downtown, right? It's awesome. When you come to Nashville, you're going to Chiefs. It is such a cool bar. But it's he's doing a run of shows for the first month or something that it's open. I think it was the first 20 shows. It's just him, acoustic there. And they were going to open up the tickets to his fan club first and then the general public. They sold out every single show just from the fan club. So no one from the general public was able to get it. So if you're planning a trip trying to go see that show, you're not gonna. And then you have to buy a resale ticket. And I mean, that's what kills me too. It's like, this ticket was, you can see the face value. It's like $45.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's what I get with baseball tickets all the time. And it pisses me off. Okay. $45. Okay. Now it's going to be $126 because we're reselling it on StubHub or whatever it is. And then you have your convenience fee there too. It's like, oh my gosh. And then you get the ticket. You're like, this sucks. But I guess it's the experience, right? You know, you can't have life without a little bit of complaining. And I think a little bit of complaining when you're going to the stadium about the prices is needed. Like it gives conversation to the ride back, you know, especially if you're with like some geezers. Like my grandpa still gets upset that a hamburger from McDonald's is now like $2.50. He's like, I remember when it was 15 cents. I'm like, yeah, years ago, dude.
I went to McDonald's the other night for dinner, and
give me that total. Give me that total.
We didn't get drinks. I want to throw that in there. We didn't get a full meal. We got stuff separate. We got the $1 fries.
Okay.
She got a burger. I got the nugs. $20.
What burger? What?
20.
How many?
Because
just burgers and
we got like a burger and 2 things of nugs. $20.
Well,
that's not McDonald's anymore.
No, that's no. When a McChicken went to $2.35, that's not the America I know. That's not the America I love.
What happened to the dollar menu? The dollar menu is abysmal now. You can't get anything on that.
$6 footlongs now.
Yeah,
is this a conversation you guys really want to get into right now? Because I will dive into this. Like,
someone's got to start the conversation. If it has to be us, we got to start this conversation. This is the next big movement in America right here.
You know what? This is the free guac at Chipotle. Like, this is bigger than that. This is what the people need. And it's like, I remember, you know, I had a single mom, you know, brother and sister. You know, we didn't have a pot to fucking. I swear, I'm sorry. We didn't have a pot to piss in, you know, and it only took us, you know, 22 and a half minutes. And, you know, so like growing up, like the dollar menu was huge, you know, so it's like the $5 hot and ready pizza when it was actually like $5, you know, like getting 2 of those and Crazy Bread for like $12.50. You know, you had food for like 2 days.
Yep.
So it's like now it's like a Little Caesars, good. When you get a good Little Caesars, it's perfect. Like it is the perfect like amount of goodness. It's like $8, and it's like, okay, like, and it's not good anymore. And now they have like I will say, have you tried the little pizza, the little new pizza puff things they have?
No.
It's pretty good. I feel so fat saying that, but they are pretty good. Like they're legit. But the best value in all of fast food used to be the cravings meal at Taco Bell, right? That's not even $5 anymore. It's now $7.50. So now the best meal in all of fast food is the Burger King breakfast deal. 2 for $5 double crust sandwiches. That's all. I mean, you can't eat 2 of them. I do because I'm fat, but it's probably the best deal because it's like 600 calories a sandwich. So you get like 1,200 calories. It's the same amount of calories as a Little Caesars pizza for the same price as the OG Little Caesars pizza. Yeah. But you feel considerably worse after eating the king. I will say that.
What is, for fast food spots, what's your go-to, and what is somewhere you just, you won't go there? Just hate it. Despise it.
Well,
you're like despise? I wouldn't say despise.
Like you will not. Someone's like, "Oh, we should go here." You're like, "No, I refuse to go there."
A place that I didn't like at all before I started hanging out with Southern people is like anytime someone mentioned like Popeyes or Bojangles, I was like, no. I'm good. I've seen the Reddit horror stories. Okay, like I don't need to see this. And but I tried it, and they had these things called. Are you guys Bojangleacs? Have you Bojangled?
No.
Okay, I think I have maybe like one time, but it was a while ago.
Dudes, well, they have these potato rounds, and they're hash browns, but they have like onion, like real like onion mixed in with the hash brown ring. So it's like, it's pretty good. So it tastes like an American fry. And then they have these things. I'm so fat. They have these thing called Bowberry rounds. And they're like biscuits, and they have like blueberries, and they have like an icing. I've never had these. Can't confirm I haven't had these. But like, I just don't think it's that good. Like, I put it in the same category as like Jack in the Box and like the occasional Hardee's. If that's like the only place open, I'll go there. So like, those three are kind of like my no-fly zones. Like if I have to go there, I'll go to Bojangles, Hardee's, or the other place I just said, Jack in the Box. I just don't think it's that good. But like the place I love to go to, and I always blame my new puppy dog. I got a brand new puppy. Maggie, come here.
Oh, puppy on camera?
Yeah, Maggie. Hey, we need views. Come here. I'll go find her if she doesn't come in here. But no, she's a blue heeler Dalmatian mix. She's the cutest dog you've ever seen. But I always blame her. I tell Meredith, "Oh, come here, babies. Come here. Hey, come here. Here she is.
There
This is
she is.
Maggie.
Oh, there we go.
Clap it up.
Yeah,
Welcome to
there
the
we
show.
go.
Welcome to the
Welcome.
show.
Oh, yeah, she's just gonna chill here for the whole time. But I always blame her because Sonic has some pretty good hot dogs. So it's like if you need a late night glizz, that's where you go. But in all honesty, the place that I love, my go-to spot, and I might get some hate for this, is a place called Cookout.
No, dude, Cookout is fantastic.
Okay, thank God I'm with Cookout feet. I'm with Cookout. Mike, your face is like
I haven't even heard.
Never been to it.
No, never even been to it.
I used to
They
go
have
to
the
it in
best
Virginia
shakes.
like once a week.
Dude, the big double tray is probably that might be the best deal in fast food. Now talking about it,
It is at the end of the day because when you add the shake in there,
yeah,
it's unbeatable. The shakes are amazing.
it's unbeatable. Well, it's like so you get your burger. I always get mine the house style with the quesadilla sauce on there, and they give you like full like slice of onion, like a full center cut. You get like the whole thing, so it's like that's kind of legit. And then you get two sides, and like their sides are like hush puppies or cheese curds.
It's a problem, dude.
It's a problem, dude. I get the two honey mustard chicken wraps.
Yeah.
and it just
You have to get
No,
it too. See, you
it's-
have to. Like I always
have
get
to.
my. I go for 3 sometimes, brother.
Like, I don't think you understand. Like,
What,
this
is it
is one of
PA?
those places, like, you're going to have it on
It's
a Monday,
magical.
and you'll be back there before Friday because
You will.
you're going to want it again so bad
PA,
after
Jersey?
the first time. This
Maryland?
is more south.
South.
Yeah. I
Well,
had it in
I mean-
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay.
Well, okay. Let's think about this. Is there a real feasible time? Like, could you come down when the Eagles play the Titans?
The Eagles, the Jets, maybe.
I mean,
do
well,
the Jets play
The
them?
boys.
Well, here's the thing.
wow.
Well,
they do.
boys. Okay, this might not be financially possible, but this might be fun. Okay, I'm coming up to Jersey. I'm gonna go see a Giants game this year. Maybe Giants Jets. We do a tailgate at the Meadowlands. Okay,
Works for me.
or MetLife. You know, is
Yep.
the new
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
generation. they
Jet
call
Life
it.
Stadium. Yeah.
Jet Life Stadium. G-Men. I have to burn my Saquon jersey, so maybe I'll convert to a Giants fan or a Jets fan just for my New York fan.
You
My
can join
manager
us.
Howard. My manager Howard is a diehard Giants fan, and he has a throwback Phil Simms and a LT jersey. Like he has some cool stuff. But I mean, if I'm going to do it, I have to go Burris because the Michigan State connection and him shooting himself in the leg is fantastic. Plus 17 is a great number. But we do
Shout out to an OG.
shout out, real
to an
shooter
OG.
that guy.
Fucking
And
Cheddar Bob.
dude, seriously, he cheddar bobbed himself. Oh my god!
What a shout
He
out.
Cheddar Bob himself.
Oh my god! Can that be the name of this episode? Getting cheddar bobbed.
Oh,
And,
that'd be good, actually.
Cheddar Bob.
But thanks for
Plexico
telling me
Bob.
that this was way too Plexico Bob.
Plexico Bob.
Now we're cooking with Crisco, gentlemen. And but no, so we do that at MetLife. Then you guys come to Nash Vegas for the Eagles, and then all three of us we take a trip to Detroit
Oh, yeah.
when the Titans face the Lions.
Okay.
I have
we
a
have a
Hutchinson
place to
jersey,
stay.
so I'm golden.
Oh, yeah.
I have
You know the story of his Hutchinson jersey, right?
No,
So the
Oh,
old man
you gotta
ordered
tell
a
him this.
jersey from Fanatics, and they put the last name on back of the jersey backwards. So it just made absolutely no sense whatsoever. However, we got
It's
one
spelled
back
backwards.
for free, and now
Teaching
they got it
Hutch.
correctly. So
Teaching us.
we have 2 jerseys. One that is not spelled correctly, but backwards, and then one that is. So
Yeah.
That's
we're
actually
set.
hilarious. Actually,
We
The
are
fact
set
that
for
it's-
Lions jersey.
I'll send you a picture of it. I have one.
Please do. Please, if it ever comes up for sale, I would happily bid on it. Like if you put it up on an auction, I will pay for it. Because that's. But here's the thing: that's the stuff that's so funny, and it's going to be rare. Because like when Fanatics like stops, like. By the way, we need to talk about the Fanatics situation with the MLB and the jerseys at some point today, because that's a travesty.
I mean, you could see everything.
Listen, you see a guy with 5 balls on him at some times.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
that's not okay.
What do
crazy.
you think of those? Besides, I agree with that. By the way, like it's bad.
It's
bad.
bad. Thank
with
you
the
for saying
City
that.
Connect jerseys,
the Tigers are terrible. That's the worst
bro.
one.
And so is Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland's jerseys are that.
I don't
nice
like
either.
them. I will say Tampa Bay with the Devil Rays, that probably took the cake as the best one.
Agreed.
And like the thing is too about these City Connects, they're cool, but they really don't have any player kind of input into what they're trying to do. And that's what I kind of liked about the Players series that they did with the names on the back and all that jazz and the fun bats and the stuff. Like they need to have that, because if the players dig it, the fans are going to dig it. And like, I mean, obviously people are going to hate everything. I mean, people probably hate the mint green Jets jerseys. I think they're fantastic. Like those are like, and same thing with the Eagles jerseys, like the Randall Cunningham style jerseys. People probably don't like those two or get pissed. It's the same thing like Notre Dame fans where they got mad when they put the Shamrock on the side for the Shamrock series. It's like,
Sick.
Get over yourself. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's new school, and you need to do that to have people to buy the merch, because it gets too stagnant, especially with Notre Dame stuff. Like it's the same stuff. Like it's same Penn State stuff, same exact stuff. Like it's very, very similar. So they need to find ways to boost it. And it's like, I think the City Connect hats are great. I will say that. Like the hats are pretty cool. And what Detroit needed to do is they just needed to do an all black and just pay homage to the Bad Boys and just do like, and just do it kind of that way and just play it off that kind of scheme, or like, I don't know. There's so many different ways they could have done it. Like they could have done the 84 throwback unis, and they could have done like the V-necks and those kind of throwback color, which would have been way better. But it's, who are we? We're just fans who buy the stuff, even though they put it out and it looks terrible. So I like people gave the Mets a lot of hate for the black unis. Yeah. Like I think the new blacks, what they did was great. Like I really like that dark orange outline on the back of it. On the back of the names.
Mike just can't stop doing a thumbs up.
It's fine, because everything we're saying right now is gold and he's hearing it. And by the way, are we an all beat podcast right now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Beats by Dre.
Non-official sponsor, the Beat Team.
Mm-hmm.
The Beat Team.
Oh, yeah.
The Beat Team.
Oh, yeah.
The Beat Team.
We have to execute that
spinning. I know a couple people. But we can – I think they're great. I mean – by the way, love the Lions' new unis. I think the Lions knocked it out of the park with their uniforms when they came out with it. The all blacks look great. They look fantastic. But that's the difference, though. They listen to the fans. The fans have been asking for those jerseys since they went 0-16 in them. And now, like Dan Campbell said, like their management, their whole thing said, if we make the playoffs, we'll bring back the black uniforms. And they did it. They listened to the fans' reaction, and they did it. And that's great. But it kind of cucks a lot of teams, especially in MLB. Like the Yankees will never have a City Connect uniform.
No.
Like
they wear theirs every night.
Why can't they? But why can't they bring back like the hat with the bat sticking out and the stars? That kind of old. Like they could do something like that, especially on like the hats.
Yeah.
But it's like the Padres have always done a City Connect jersey, whether they wanted to admit it or not, they've always kind of done it. The Rays have always kind of done it. The Tigers never really done it. I mean, it's just the Twins, by the way, have the best uniforms in all of baseball, hands down. I'm sorry, but they rule. Those cream colored jerseys they have with the Twin Cities across, maybe just like Milwaukee in general, like that whole kind of area, they have great concepts, but it's like, I don't know. There's so much you can pull from every single thing. Like, I don't know. I like it. I think they're trying to do different things for the game and grow it and find new audience, especially in the younger generation with the brighter colors and that whole thing. But it's a hit or miss thing. It really is. And if it's bad, it's bad. It's just bad. Like what's another one that's bad? The Phillies. Oh my gosh! Why are they blue and yellow and what? Like
they essentially just adopted the Philadelphia Union jerseys.
Yeah,
like they could have done a lot better with their City Connect one.
I think with that jersey, obviously the meaning and everything. All in all, I think it's leaving a lot of people puzzled in a way. Like just like the meaning of what they're doing, it's just a little bit too much. With the Phillies, I actually kind of like the jerseys. The only thing I don't like about it is the font. If they just put the font in like cursive or something, I think they'd be super sick. They were growing at the start. I didn't like them either, but they are definitely growing on me. But it's just that font that just doesn't look right. It just completely throws it off. But yeah, the Mets one too. I mean, in person, it's funny because like when you look at it online, you're like, these are okay. But like when you're in person, you see these jerseys, you're like, shit, man. Like, they're actually pretty good looking. Like, I like these, but yeah,
I feel like another thing that like it limits them and what they can do is that the MLB has like the least scary mascots of all time of every major sport. You know what I mean?
I
like
agree.
you look at hockey, they can do a lot of stuff because they're basically promoting natural disasters half the time with their teams.
Yeah.
And then you got the NFL, it's like a bunch of scary animals. So they can do whatever they want to do on that line of it. And like MLB, you got the probably the most ferocious thing is the Cubs.
I mean, the Rays, it got Steve Irwin.
All right, that's true. They're probably the worst one.
They're kind of intimidating. No, I think you're right. I think Cubs are probably.
Ooh, that's a all right.
Ooh, that's an intimidating rattler right there.
Yeah, I think it goes Rays, Diamondbacks,
Red Sox. No, I'm kidding. Marlins. Nah.
I mean, they are kind of scary when they jump. They're kind of scary.
Like I wouldn't like to be one-on-one with a Marlin.
What's the Marlin to human death ratio though? Like, are we owning them more than they're owning us?
I think we're owning a lot of the sea life more.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, maybe I think Rays probably get us a little more. Diamondbacks probably get us a little more than they do.
Diamondbacks get us a lot.
Yeah,
I think that's an underrated. That was a good pull right there. That was great. Was a good pull.
That was really good. I'm trying to think.
You know what? The Giants, they would be scary.
Yeah.
Giants
all right,
would
Giants.
Be scary.
We'll Colorado Rockies. You get caught on the Rocky Mountains, you might be dead. That's a twister.
you might be dead.
You might be dead if you get caught on the Rockies.
It really depends where you are and who you're with.
Society of the Sun.
Yeah, if you're with Bear Grylls, you're good.
Yeah,
like you're drinking your own piss, you're sleeping in huts, like you're good. Like you're good to go.
Tigers.
Okay.
Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers. But here's the thing, dude. Like, I was looking at. Have you ever like gone through like the X Twitter like rabbit hole of videos? Like when you get out, you're just scrolling. Then all of a sudden, it shows you like population of species, and it's like,
oh my gosh, those are amazing.
It's well, it's great, but like like Bangladesh or like I think that's in India, right? Is India and Bangladesh the same thing?
Close to it, yes.
Okay, but it's like there's only like. This is going to be very wrong, but I want to say it's like 180 tigers, like Bengal tigers, left in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, and then like you look at the rhino situation, dude. The white rhino. There's like 4.
Yeah.
Have
you seen the elephant one? Have you seen the elephant one?
Elephants are endangered now?
No. I thought they were. These things are. There's more of them than us. I feel like at this point. I gotta send you that one because you think the video is gonna end after like 20 seconds, but this video is like 4 minutes long. It's crazy.
You want to know something insane? That's kind of a similar thing. So like sharks are endangered, right? Like you're not supposed to like kill sharks and like do that whole thing. In the Keys, I think you can catch and like keep like 2 like mako sharks a day or something like that, like tiger sharks or something like that. It's like one of those like. Every single day you can get like 2 of them because there's so many of them in that climate. It's unreal.
Well, and makos are dangerous, aren't they? Aren't those ones that just like kill people?
Tiger sharks are more dangerous than makos, I think.
Okay.
Right?
Both of them. I got no clue. No,
I mean, both of them have teeth.
That's right, I think. What you said, makos are the fastest though.
They're definitely, I think, the fastest.
Yeah.
They cruise.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so scared of sharks. I love them. They're my favorite animal, but I'm like terrified. Dead serious.
When I was in Myrtle Beach one year, we had a shark swim right past us. We came running out of the water. We got out of the water, but we didn't get called out. We walk in, we're like, hey, there's a shark out there. And the lifeguard goes, yeah, that's a mom and their baby. They've just been swimming up and down the coast. Don't worry about it.
Right. What kind of shark was it? Like a lemon shark?
I don't know.
If you were going to be tangling with any type of shark, which one do you think you'd have a better chance with? Like out of the big 3, you got your tiger, your great white.
I feel like Mako's got to be the other one, right?
Hammerhead?
Yeah. I don't know what climate a hammerhead's in. I don't know if they're a depth water fish or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're
I don't know.
I definitely don't want to see a Mako. They're just too fast. They're
They're
that
too
would be like
fast.
asking me to run a race against Cheetah. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't
Like
have to
that.
answer
It's
the
not
question,
happening.
right? Just put
What's
a
up?
0. I don't have to answer it because I don't know. I don't want to mess with any of them. I'm terrified of sharks.
No,
That's
that's an
Terrified.
appropriate answer.
Well,
Terrified.
yeah.
I'm terrified of the ocean
Yeah,
in
me
general.
too.
I do not
Yeah.
like the ocean. Like, you remember when you were kids and you're like hopping in a pool and you just had this irrational fear that like an alligator or a shark was just like in there?
Yep.
What are you doing? Come here. Get on camera. Don't be shy.
Look at her go.
Yeah. Look at her. Look at her. She's so sweet.
There we go.
Yeah,
The
she
official
is
puppy of the B team.
Yeah, the official pup. She's the official puppy of Oak Hills Golf Course too.
There we go.
She comes and kicks it. She's a golf cart girl. She likes it.
Love that. Every golf course needs a pup.
Oh, we were launching fireworks the other day to get geese off of it. It was actually pretty fun. Like,
It's good.
it's
good strategy.
It was pretty legit because I was just doing some work and I just hear pop 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 and I turn. I'm like, what is going on? And there's just like smoke all around the second tee box. I'm like, are we under? Is this the Koreans? North Korea's here. I'm like, we're in trouble. And yeah, you might have to bleep that, boys. And but no, like literally, that's like I said that my boss was right there next to me. I'm like, we're in trouble. Are we under attack? And he goes, no, we're good. They're scaring the geese. I go, okay, that makes more sense. And no, we were there, but she chases the geese. She likes all the members there, and everybody knows who she is now. She just like runs up, and like every old lady that did not like the cut of my jib for the longest time, because like I don't wear the most golf appropriate things when I'm at work. Obviously, I Trailer Park Golf, shout out, wear that stuff. They're fantastic, and it's they flock to the puppy. It's the funniest thing in the world. They're like, where's Maggie at? I'm like, she's at home. It's raining. She's like, although that makes sense. I'm like, you guys rule. You guys are so cool.
I love you guys.
But
How is the golf game?
Good. Golf game is pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
playing pretty good right now. I'm feeling it. I made a pretty big change in my swing. I'm now hitting a draw.
Yeah. All right.
I'm no longer Fade City. Like
That's probably better.
No, it's worse. And
Oh.
I'll tell you why. Because now if I like I'm turning the wrist over now. I'm getting in the hitting zone, I'm turning it over instead of like leaving my club face open. So I'm making good contact. Great. Feeling good. And when I'm hitting it good, I still have just a little bit of the baby cut, and it's just like left-hand side cutting, just dropping right. But now I'm massive duck hook left. Like, people 3 fairways to the left of me are sometimes in trouble. And it's like, but everything else feels good. Like, I'm putting great. I chipped in like 4 this year already.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm feeling good around the green. Obviously, when we golf, I'm going to play terrible, and it's going to be all documented, and we're going to have to clip everything I just said. And then there's just going to be we're going to be on the course, and there's going to be like a thought bubble. And it's just going to be like, yeah, my game's pretty good. I'm feeling great. I chipped 4 in. And it's like butter knife, butter knife, butter knife, butter knife, butter knife the entire day. But no, I'm actually playing in a golf outing on Monday for the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And yeah, we're raising some money and doing some things for that. So that should be a really good time. I'm pumped. Playing at a pretty good golf course, but boys, again, fat guy. I am so stoked about the catered meal. We got a nice catered meal for a little pre-round lunch. Pre-round lunch at 11 with a shotgun start at 1. That's not a bad.
That's good.
Not
bad
at all.
time.
They knew what
Get
they were
after it.
doing.
They knew what they were doing. And then we got a little dinner starting at 5. So you got 4 hours for your round. That's perfect.
That is.
Yeah.
With a 4-man scramble format. But listen, this is the only plan for the big dog is to let it eat on Monday afternoon. Okay, I'm gonna let her eat, and I tell you what, I am hunting flag sticks. I'm hunting flag sticks, and I'm showing people that ice water could be flowing. With that being said, I'm gonna play terrible. I'm not gonna get off the first tee box, and I'm probably gonna lose 2 sleeves of balls. So
Perfect.
we'll see how it goes, but at least I'll have a great meal and a nice dinner. Preferably with a Caesar salad appetizer to start. So we will. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know. But how's the golf game going for the two of you? Are we still doing? Well, how's the Mike? I guess the real question is for you. What's the best round we're at now?
So best score that I've shot within the last couple months is 100. So
We're there.
we're there.
We're there.
I just got fitted yesterday for clubs. Got a whole new iron set. Got 3 new wedges. Should be in within the next week or two. But yeah, it's getting better. It's just finding the consistency amongst the irons and the drivers. But the short game's getting good. The wedging's good. The putting, the video we dropped. There's gonna be another one upcoming. The putting was excellent at Bethlehem.
Right on.
Here's where I would put Mike's game at.
Okay.
His short game, great. He can get up and down. He can get on the green with the chip shot and then 2-putt. He's out of there in 3.
Great.
The problem is sometimes it takes him 4 shots to get to that chip because
that's the issue.
We just have to eliminate the second mistake. You know, like when you make that first one, you might have to drop. You might be like right before the trees, whatever. You're off the fairway. Like we have to eliminate that second mistake.
Even like with chipping too, like I'll have like that first chip and it'll just be like a dribbler, not even 10 feet. I'm like,
so
shit.
my question for you is, when you're doing that, are you slowing down your swing when you get to contact? Okay.
Yeah. Think about it.
So I had the Y word. I had the yips for a little bit, and yeah, woof is right, because. So I think I told you guys I went 1 under. I shot a 72.
Yeah.
Or 71, excuse me. I think that was right after or right before our first conversation. I think that's when I shot it or something like that. And I came back and I couldn't find it. It was so lost. It was so lost. And I finally started getting my confidence back in my chipping. One, because I took some video down the chute and I was like doing this. As I was getting to contact, trying to lift it, I'm like, okay, that's terrible. So I was chunking everything and hitting like just little dribblers. And now I'm just doing putter strokes.
Yep.
I've just figured that out. And I'm like, I've really just tried to do the bump and run situation. So like when there's nothing to do at the golf course, like if everybody's out and I have all my jobs done and I'm just waiting, I'll just go to the practice green and I'll just hit, 150 chips with my 50 degree all the way up to my 60 now. And that's been huge in terms of just putter stroke, just staying through the golf ball and doing that. But like the biggest thing that I've noticed now that I'm kind of back and playing better, like 2 weeks ago, I shot 278s. Last week I shot an 84, and then I play tomorrow, Sunday, and then Monday. So like I'm in a pretty good spot where I'm at, and I'm hitting it to a number now. Like that's all I'm thinking about. Like I know for a fact if I get like 130 in, I'll be good. So like I'm not trying to go for it on 2 on a par 5. I'm not going to get there. I don't even have a 3-wood in the bag. I go driver straight to 3 hybrid.
Yeah.
And like I just don't go for it. So, but like I'm feeling good. If I get to that number, I'm good. Like that's all I really care about. And just because I hit my golf ball so high, and I think illegally sharpened my grooves way too much. So I have a lot of spin now. Yeah, ringer. And so it's just like if I can get there, I'm good, because the putter feels good. Like I'm not 3-putting much. And if I do, it's because I know for a fact, like I'm just trying to knock it in. It's one of those gimme putts I just want to see fall, and I rush it. Like I don't take my time, and I miss it. And then like, okay, here comes my 4-putt, and now I'm screwed. So, but like, that's the biggest thing. Like as long as you're not getting snowmen, like if you're not getting snowmen, you're fine. And like, that's the biggest thing that I've tried to figure out. Cause it's like, it's such a funny game. You guys both know it. So it's like baseball. Like the smallest little things mean everything in a swing.
Yeah. We did a Slicing 100 video probably 3 weeks ago, and first hole we make a 7. We're like, all right, no problems. First hole, we're out of there, we're good. Next hole, par 3, we make a 7. We're still all right. We're good. We're good. First 2 holes of the day, we just gotta clean it up from here. Next hole, we make it 8, and we look at each other like, all right, this is getting the crunch time here. If we don't pull it together, this thing's over. Yeah, it got ugly there. It got ugly. It got ugly. But I genuinely think he's gonna break it this summer. Not even in the fall. This summer.
I think so too.
I can see it next month.
I think he will, especially in this, because I got you guys some presents.
Oh,
I need
really?
you to text me your stuff. Well, you mentioned the trailer park stuff earlier.
Okay.
So I got you guys some stuff.
Let's go.
Okay.
We'll be repping that.
Listen,
We'll be repping
Hell
that.
yeah.
I know
Every
you will.
video.
I know you will. I know you will. But this one is my favorite, and this one, there's a couple favorites. This one I think is the coolest one. But we got you guys one of these right here.
Oh,
It's
that's
their
nice.
Dale.
There
It's
it
their
is.
Dale Earnhardt.
I like that.
It's fantastic. It's a breathable material. It's got all their stuff on the side.
Dude, I like
And then
Yeah, I like
their
that
logo
too.
rules. Their
Yes, it
logo
does.
rules. And then Colin, that one's for you because Mike, this one is more up your. This one right
The big
here
and
is
tall
more up
section?
your alley.
Are you going towards the big and tall section?
No, I have to get them out because I got them and they're all out of their packaging, so I have to hang them up so they're not like destroyed. But Mike,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. I love that.
Let's go.
I love that. Shout out
That's
to Brenden,
you.
man. That is fucking
yeah,
great.
so
I love that.
give me your addresses once we're off camera, and then we'll do that, and we'll make sure we get that sent over to you here ASAP.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Dude,
They're great stuff.
I can't wait.
They're
Like,
great stuff.
We
he's
have to
gonna
wear
break,
that.
You gotta break Hunter in that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, you
they're
really
I'll wear that every single time until I break it.
the thing is breathable fabric.
Yeah.
Okay, very breathable. And so I like when I first met them, I tried on a couple different sizes.
Yeah.
And it's like the large isn't big enough. So it's like I'm 5'11" and I have like super lanky arms and like a short torso. And like the thing with like long arms, if Colin, do you have long arms? You look like a lanky gentleman.
Mike, do I have long arms?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
So
right.
the thing with like the large shirt is the sleeves are a little bit too short.
Okay.
But you're not swimming in it. So like I would fit in a large size wise, but it was just a little bit too short in the arms and a little too short in the torso. So, and then I tried the XL, and then I'm like, okay, this is still kind of good. It's a little bit better in the arms, but it just needs like a little bit longer in the torso lengthwise. Like fit, it's fantastic.
Mhm.
And then I went with a double, and like I'm not a double guy, but this is fantastic. Like it is, oh my god, it is like it feels like a football jersey you're wearing.
Yeah.
Like it's breathable, it's non-restrictive. But no, these guys rule. Like, check out their stuff. They got their 4th of July merch just dropped.
Okay.
It's
Let's go
killer.
check it out.
I mean,
Looks sick.
I just like the concept of it. It's like their kind of concept is like not your average country club. And I'm like, okay, this rules. Like,
Yeah.
especially like how hot these golf brands are. Because you got like, what is it, like Drunk Golfer or like Grunkle Golf or like all these different Pins and Aces, you know, kind of doing
Bad
their thing.
Birdie.
I have a couple Bad Birdie things.
They got some cool stuff.
They
do.
have good polos.
Yeah.
They have some good polos.
Yeah.
But I think it's just golf's a cool thing. Like it's not your traditional spots. Like you have your traditional places like when you're playing at your Pinehursts or like your regular country clubs, like yeah, you have to adhere to their rules and do the whole thing. But it's like now it's like I like it's more of a casual everyman sort of a situation where you can be a John Daly type person and like rip heaters and drink 97 Diet Cokes and wear outlandish things on a golf course. So, but no, it's great. But yeah, no, I saw this stuff. I'm like, dudes, boys, this is right up both of your alley. Like, let's get this going. And it's good stuff. So yeah, I'll send them to you. They're great.
That'd be awesome, dude. Thank you.
Yeah,
no
thank
worries,
you.
Thank
dude.
you.
That's fucking great.
No worries, dude. Yeah, shout out Trailer Park Golf.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Trailer Park Golf.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Well,
And also shout out to the Babson Beavers, New Mac baseball champions this year.
Okay, there we go.
I was told to say that. Babson Beavers, protect the dam. Here we go. We got a big tournament this week. They're playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the tournament. It's my
We'll hype them
manager's
up.
son Walter plays there. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can't bet on them, which sucks, but they got a pretty good squad. They might be able to make a little bit of a little Cinderella run here. They won the New Mac outright, which is killer. And I think Babson's in Wellesley, Mass. I think it's in Wellesley.
So. That sounds yeah.
And no, I'm pretty stoked. I like watching the college baseball scene. Like that's my kind of thing, especially like the boys that aren't going to Omaha. Like you get the dogs who are just grinding it out for for $20 in meal money on a road trip. So it's like you see some real dogs there, which is great. But speaking of betting, are you guys have you guys been making any bets? Are you guys hot? Or you been laying off it, or what's been going
I
on?
haven't bet anything really.
I mean,
have a
I've kind
couple
of been
hockey
laying
bets.
off a little bit outside of golf.
Yeah, golf.
I mean, I rode the
Masters.
Scotty Scheffler wave for a bit.
You have to.
Yeah. I went Rory and Shane Lowry the week before that. Last week I didn't do much of anything, but this week I actually it'll be coming out tonight, but because we're doing this on Wednesday. But I have my best pick this week for PGA, Minwoo Lee. Top Oceania plus 360.
Okay.
And then we had my cut bet was what? Rory, Brooks, Bryson,
You get a lot of
Colin. It's like 9 guys, but
You're
and
gonna
Rory
bet Rory-
McIlroy to win this thing.
Xander.
You're gonna bet him after the divorce just got announced?
So hear me out here.
Right? I said the same thing.
Hear me out. Ready? He's on a heater. Won the last 2. He's being pushed off of the PGA Tour board because Cantlay doesn't want him. So already he's like, you know what? Fuck these guys. We're coming in hot. We're gonna play some FU golf. And then his wife is like,
His
all right,
wife is like, I hate you.
I
I'm
hate you.
leaving
We're done. Like that's got to get him in the FU mode like no other. So this man's probably just been grinding at the course. It's clearly worked. He won 2 weeks in a row. He's blowing people out of the water, and he's coming. I think he's going to come for Scotty Scheffler. Granted, Scotty was not in either field that he won, but we also have to remember Scotty just had a kid. So who knows what
Scotty
his
did just
training
have a
thing
kid.
has been? You know, he's either going to get the daddy bump or he's going to get the daddy slump. We don't know.
Well,
That's
wow,
to be determined.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
me too.
that.
That was pretty
I
good.
like
That was
that.
good.
That was pretty good.
Nice
And we
job.
hope Rory doesn't get into the daddy dumps because he got dumped. And it's
Yeah.
I just think Scotty's on such a heater, just ball striking
Different
wise.
level,
It's like,
man.
but it's like you look at his putting. His putting is like it's he could be blowing the field out by like 6, 7, 8, 9 strokes if he was just hitting his putts.
Yeah.
And that's insane for us to say because we're such average Joes. Like it's a 10-foot putt for us is like, you know, it's a shit shoot if we go for
We're
it.
trying to
So
2-putt it.
we're two putting. We're playing it. We're trying to.
You want your putting so that the next one doesn't have to be putt.
Yeah, we're
You want
lagging
your
it up
group
there
to
so we
say,
can pick it
"Oh,
up.
that's good."
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. It's just I watch these guys and like I was talking to my boss who's a PGA Tour pro. He wasn't on the tour, but you know he's just a PGA pro. That's at our course, and he's like, dude, these people because our course is a par 70, and our course record is a 58. A 58.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, these guys would come to this course and they would make 58 look like the par. He's like, it's unbelievable. Like, he goes, first thing, our course isn't long enough to have these guys. He goes, our longest hole is the par 5, and it's like 460 yards.
I think Rory
So,
had
like,
to drive that far this week.
Minwoo Lee hit one 420 yards with Dan Rappaport on his bag. the other
Yeah.
day.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, it was
That
great.
was really good.
So it's like, it's just the game is so different, and the thing that I don't realize is like, there goes my light. My PlayStation just turned off. Dude, we've had such a wild thing. I've ripped my blinds down. My light went out. Like it's been such a wild start to this thing. I really hope it was playing when my blind recording when my
I think
blinds
we like
fell.
just
I think we might have
clicked it.
just gotten it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
right
Because
off the bat.
that might be hilarious to clip because I don't care who you are. That's my life in a nutshell, boys. Like that's Brenden Monroe in a nutshell. But okay, real talk real quick. Why do you think the PGA is so concerned about rolling the golf ball back? Why does the everyman have to be penalized because we have these freaks of nature who are able to drive a ball, 420 yards off of a bounce, it doesn't make sense to me.
So we actually would still use the balls that they come out with the new technology. It
Yeah.
would only be PGA Tour.
So we can still use it.
We can still hit bombs. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel a
So
little bit
it
better
really
about
doesn't
myself.
affect us. It only affects them. But yeah,
Dude,
I don't agree with it because it's like, all right, they're making a golf ball. They still have to hit the ball straight. It's
Yeah.
not like the scores are out of control. Like they're still generally close to what they've been. Like guys are still going to the Masters and we're still only having like 10 guys get under par. It's not like these guys are blowing it out of the water because they hit the golf ball farther. know?
You're going the Bethpage Black. You're having the best in the world shoot 10, 15 over. I mean, it's happening. But it's like, okay, well, that I didn't know that. I thought it was for everybody. So I was like,
No. Just
the
them.
golf ball resale value is going to be like, I'm going to get a lot of great Pro V1s at a good price if I'm not going to be able to use them.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting game. It's because it's like you said, they're still scoring around the same. But it's like, why are we trying to conform the game's technology, which is great for the game that like evolve? But it's like, just because the courses are outdated in terms of length for these guys, you shouldn't penalize these guys for getting better and finding a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to add to that, like the NBA is not putting the hoop up another 10 feet just because guys are getting better at basketball.
No, and do you remember when there was like a very vague conversation about raising the hoop to 11 feet at one point? Like, literally, and it's like, okay, it's not going to change it. Like, that 1 foot, those guys are still having the same arc. It's still in the same position on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's going to be the same result. Like,
in 10 years, it's going to be the same. Yeah.
It's going to be the same exact thing. And speaking of the same, I think Caitlin Clark, even though she got the clamps put
She's on
her,
TV right now.
She got clamped so hard. But, like, she is the greatest thing that has ever happened to that sport.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not even close.
Well, it's like she comes in when the WNBA gets like their charter planes and like this whole new initiative. It's like, this is big. Like, you have a big name person going to here. Well, I guess Angel Reese is still a baller. Like, I wouldn't come close. If I had 100 possessions, I wouldn't score a single point. Yeah. I wouldn't score a single point. And, you know, it's like, you have these new personalities which are coming out in the women's basketball scene, which is huge. You have some absolute dogs in the WNBA right now. It's killer. Like, Clark faced off against Breanna Stewart yesterday, right? Like, wasn't that the whole thing? Like, it was the reigning MVP versus the number one pick.
I think so.
And it's like, it's crazy. But I guess my question for you guys is, do you think, like, there's only like really 4 good like college women's basketball team, like S tier, like, you know, your UConns, your Mississippi State, excuse me. I guess now is Iowa going to be the same without?
Yeah, their coach just retired.
Their coach is gone.
Yeah, and 3 players left.
Coach
is gone, 3 players
so
left.
Not S tier.
And they lost the national championship.
So it's like, I can't, but like out of like Gino Ariema and I can't even name Mississippi State's coach, which is embarrassing because she
South Carolina
rules.
Her name's Dawn.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
something.
about. South Carolina.
Dawn Staley or something.
Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Yep. She's. I mean, they rule. Like, it's
they're
just.
Awesome.
It's like, because I don't know. Like, I just feel like the men's game is so diverse, right? Because the SEC's kind of came out of nowhere. They're kind of the laughing stock of college basketball. When I was growing up, there was no like Alabama going to the final. What? No, that doesn't happen.
No.
So it's like, I just don't know if the female game has enough of those big programs to just continue to grow it. And I think that's a big problem with it, because they're all dogs. Like, everybody there is great. Like, they're there for a reason. They're Division I athletes. But it's like, they just don't get the coverage, and like, you only have so many Tennessees or South Carolinas or, you know, your UConns around. It's, you have 3 teams out of how many teams play Division I basketball? Like 128 or something like that, or more, probably more than that. But it's insane. It's just like the football thing. Like, the NIL thing is going to be wild. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with college football.
I saw there's one basketball player playing in Utah. I forget his name, but he's going to be making $2 million next year. $2 million. That's more than like 5 guys that are playing in the playoffs, like playing serious minutes. What's the guy? Jalen Williams?
Yeah.
On Oklahoma? Yeah. He's making less than that kid will next year.
It's insane. It's insane.
Crazy.
It's just like, who's that? He was a quarterback, I think, out of like Florida. He was a high schooler, and he already had like $4 million in NIL deals. Like,
holy shit.
And he's just in high school. If like he has $4 million as soon as he graduates, ka-chink. It's like, that is insane.
Yeah.
But it's like, I guess my question is, does it incentivize people? Do you think they thought about like, okay, if we pay them now, especially in like the college basketball scene. It incentivizes them to stay for 4 years so we can milk these high name profile players for 4 more years. You know, like, I don't know.
I think that's their goal, but at the end of the day, like when the NBA comes calling, they already got their $4 million for that year.
You go.
They're leaving. Yeah. They're like, all right, I don't need any more millions. Like I might as well go try and play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if they do it right. Like if you get $4 million, some of these kids are what did Caleb get?
Didn't he get $13 million? Isn't that what Caleb Williams had?
Over 10. So he's already $3 million up. Like you don't, or not 3 million, 13 million up.
I mean, that's insane.
You don't need
that's
anymore.
A lifetime.
Yeah,
that's a lifetime. And
like you're set.
And like, well, now like think about it too. Like, how much is that like whole, like fiscal responsibility like preached to like the whole athlete community now? It's like, remember when the 30 for 30 broke came out, and it's like. That was insane. Dude, that was insane to see. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Andre Rison. To see him is like, dude, he was like $5 million in debt. It's like, bro, you made like $36 million in your career. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, but by the way, Caleb Williams, bust. Come to Detroit, baby. Come to Detroit, bust.
Let's go
right now. Market. Also, Drake Maye, whatever his name is, Mayo or whatever his name is for the Patriots. Dude, apparently he sucks.
Oh, thank God.
What like that's what Mayo
like he's a stud. I'm like, fuck.
No, that's what Mayo said. That's what their Patriots coach just said. He's like, yeah, he needs a lot of work.
Thank God.
Like, he only played 26 games in college though.
Thank God.
That's good.
We don't
for
have
you.
to worry about them now.
It's good for the Jets.
Dude, okay. Listen. Aaron Rodgers, a second Achilles, has the chance to do the funniest thing in the world.
Thank you.
One.
Thank you. I said this the other day. He lost his mind. I was like, this would be the funniest thing in Jets history if he comes out and gets injured, and the Patriots get above them. They come in third, and the Bills win the division.
Oh, my.
That would be the funniest thing.
I don't want it to happen, but
me neither. But as a friend, I would need to laugh. Like you can't do anything but laugh.
There's nothing. It's like because Meredith graduated from Auburn, I figured when Alabama threw that last second Hail Mary to beat.
I want you to take that back.
Roll Tide.
I have my.
I saw.
I'm a Notre Dame guy, you know, but when Alabama scored on that last second Hail Mary, I was on the phone with my mom and she was ahead of us. And my mom's face just goes, and I go, Alabama just won the football game. And Meredith goes, no, they didn't. Why would you say that? No, they didn't. And I just started dying laughing. Like she was on the verge of tears. She goes, you are so mean. I go, Meredith, I'm a Lions fan. Like, I remember the Hail Rodgers. Like, all you can do is laugh. Like, there's nothing you can do. It's like this is just when you have a history of that stuff happening to your team, it always happens. Like the Knicks actually have a chance to break kind of their curse. Like I think the Knicks could win the whole thing. Just saying. I think
they got to get past Boston.
Jalen Brunson he's playing out of his mind. He dropped 44 last night.
I know. I'm a huge Villanova fan. So like as a Sixers fan, it's killing me, but I would love to see them win it. It's just like they're getting all the calls right now. Not to be like a homer here, but they are getting all the calls.
They're the hottest team.
They are flopping around like fish on the court. And I think when they walk into Boston, it's not going to be like that.
No, it's going to be an old school kind of chippy ball game. And it's like, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't watched much of the NBA Finals. I've been locked into the NHL playoffs. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Boston put up that was a good game last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was
good showing by them.
Good game. They needed that. That was a big win, and because that's a tough Florida team. I mean, that's a tough team, and I think the Rangers officially choked losing that game to Carolina, and I'm rooting for the Rangers. I want the Rangers to win it because I like their color scheme.
Do you want to take another lap? Huh? You want to take another lap?
No, listen. I have to, just for the sake of Rodgers because I already heard it.
Who is he? What kind of hockey fan?
Rangers.
I'm a Rangers fan.
Okay, I'm rooting for the Rangers. I think Remke's a stud. Like, how many fights does that kid get into?
It's a
Like,
beast.
he's
Love it.
he's
We
a
needed
G.
a guy
I
like
love
that
it.
badly. Like,
And
every team needs a brawler like that, and we got one finally. Like,
Dude,
we just need someone who's going to be physical, and we're not going to take any shit. We might be when we didn't have an enforcer, we were just quick, very fast, but we weren't physical, and we would just get outmatched, and that's why we never went far in the playoffs. That's why we went to 7 with the Penguins. But yeah, having a guy like him, I mean, just to give us some energy.
100%. And I really thought the Canes matchup I thought it was a good matchup, and I still think it's a good matchup for the Rangers.
Yeah.
I really do, because they have good outside speed. I mean, when you get the puck outside and create some separation, they are dangerous. They have guys who can dangle it pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think they'll beat the Canes, but that was a tough loss.
Yeah, we came out flat,
day.
man. We came out flat, and Brent, I don't know if you've been watching like the whole series, but the way we're winning is through Igor Shesterkin. When he's on, and he's 2 goals, 3 goals a game, but he's averaging 48 to 50 saves. I mean, we need that from him. And did he have a bad game? No, but like the lines aren't doing much. I mean, we just got completely outplayed. I mean, we had that sweep against the Caps. We literally said this yesterday. Yep. The sweep against the Caps, that was a gimme. And then 3 games right off the bat. I mean, we needed this kind of, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a little gut punch. Like, like, hey, listen, you might be good, but like you're still beatable. So this is some adversity that they're going through. But next round, when they do beat the Canes tomorrow, tomorrow will be Thursday.
Yes, it will.
The Florida's not going to roll over at all. Like Florida, I said this weeks ago. There are 3 teams that I do not want to see in the playoffs. The Lightning, we didn't face them. Carolina, and Florida. Here we are. We've seen 2 out of the 3.
And that's a gauntlet to get through.
Gauntlet.
I mean, Boston. The thing is, Boston looked like they came out and they played with some serious physicality last night. And it was funny. I was playing a gig at the steakhouse, and I have like a massive TV wall behind me, and I had like my phone on the video mode so I could watch the game behind me while I was playing. And it's just they seemed just quicker. And it's like Florida just came out flat, but they were due for that kind of a game because they play with such a crazy intensity. And I just think the Vancouver Edmonton series, it's
crazy,
dude. It's just there's so many good hockey teams now. It's like, but the goal. It all comes. You're right. The goaltender. It comes down to it. When you have a guy who is, if someone puts up 50 shots and you're going to block 46, 47 of them, you're giving yourself a chance to win.
There you go.
Like I remember when the Wings were being so dominant with Osgood in the net. He was never the greatest goalie in the world. But he was a playoff guy. Like he just knew when to turn it on. Same thing with Derek Jeter. Like, he's obviously a Hall of Famer. He's a thing, but like these guys find a way to turn it on when it means the most. So I think the Rangers have a couple of those dudes. I really do. And this is a big series. Tomorrow's going to be big game.
And just like their team too, like over the years, I mean, we've had Mika there for a while. We've had Kreider, Panarin, the Breadman, and guys like Vincent Trocheck and Alexis Lafreniere. I mean, they've just taken that next step. I mean, Lafreniere got a lot of hate right when he got drafted, and he's just completely shut everyone up, and it's just been a stud. And Trocheck, another guy that we signed, we were, I believe, traded for. I mean, didn't have a good first year with the Rangers, but then now it's just he's turned it up too. I mean, I don't see us not winning it this year, but if we don't, it's going to be tough in the future because these guys are getting older, and I don't know how much longevity they have left.
Well, that's the craziest thing. Like hockey is, I mean, obviously, like you have your windows in football and your windows in baseball, but I feel like the window in hockey is considerably harder to win in.
Big time.
Just because there's so many different variables. And by the way, I wanted Lafreniere in Detroit. By the way,
he's so good.
When we got screwed. By the way, I will get back to hockey, but I just need to say, you know what? I'm not going to say it, but there's a word that starts with F and ends with uck that I want to say. And just the NBA. Like, how in the world did the Pistons get the 5th pick again? How? How? 3 years in a row? Like, seriously. Seriously. You know, at this point, Detroit, draft Bronny James. Draft Bronny. Get LeBron in Detroit. Just sell tickets. You know, like, get the NBA back on our side. This is dumb. Like, if the NBA was smart, they would give the Pistons, like, a better pick. Because, like, the NFL draft. Okay, we don't need to talk about it. That was my rant. Done. Don't need to talk about the Pistons anymore. They're dead to me. But no, I just. Well, okay. So, how realistically, you say next year for the Rangers, it's going to be very hard to, you know, kind of repeat this. I'm going to change your words a little bit, but, you know, kind of repeat the success, you know, be this. Why do you think that is? Is it just a contract-based thing, or do you think there's a couple guys that are going to just not want to stay in New York, or just like, because I know it's a tough town to play in.
I just think it's hard to repeat in the NHL because injuries happen, and you see it with head coaches too. Like, they just continue to fluctuate throughout the league, and it's so weird because we had Alain Vignon, and then we had why can't I think of this guy's name? We just had him, Gallant or whatever. We had him too, and these guys are still coaches in the league. And I feel like when you have that right coach at the right time is when it makes the most sense. But I just feel like it's so hard to repeat. Like, when's the last time there have been a couple of teams that have repeated back-to-back Stanley Cup championships?
Did the Lightning do it?
No, I think the Lightning did. I think they did do it.
They did it.
It wasn't like
Did they?
13. Yeah. Was it like 12-13 or 13-14 or something?
12-13. Okay, so
I think the Wings did it too in like the 90s.
They might have.
I think.
Yeah, but I don't know.
99.
I think with the roster, I mean, I just see them running out of juice, and I hate to say it, I just do.
What's the money situation? Like, I don't understand the salary cap or anything in hockey. Like, I don't get it because, like, so like I look at the Yankees, right, when they won 3 straight World Series, you know, and that, you know, with the core 4 and that whole thing. Obviously, they had the money to do it, but like, is it possible for a hockey team to be like, okay, we're gonna go after, you know, I'm going to, you know, XYZ. We don't care how much it's going to cost. We're just going to lock them down. Or is there like a strict cap?
I think I'm kind of there with you, bro. I really do not know. I'm not sure.
Oh.
I got no clue.
I don't think there's a cap. I think it's just the way they budget. I don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't think there's any cap.
I don't think they're bringing in enough money to have a cap.
That'd be interesting.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, are you guys getting screwed over by the Bally Sports Comcast thing right now in your neck of the woods?
Us? No. Okay. We don't have the teams that it's evolving. I've seen that though. Yeah. Well,
people were watching the Preds like in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Like one that they had to win. I think they did win that game, and then they lost the very next night. Yeah, that Friday night, because they came back on a Friday. They played, and then Morgan Wallen was playing at Nissan Stadium, so the town was electric. That was a fun night. That town was electric that night. But they pulled the stream in the third period with like 7 minutes to go. Like the game just went blank.
They did that with the Rangers game.
They did?
Yeah, it was like ESPN did something with that. They pulled it for like a minute, and then they put it back on. Dude, it was like a minute left in the third, and they pulled it. Like, yo.
And they still don't have it's still not resolved. So like my family in Detroit, they can't watch the Tigers. People here can't watch the Braves because it's all Bally Sports. If you're on Comcast, you can't get it but if you're on Xfinity or Dish, you can still get the games through Bally. They just have a deal through Comcast that won't go.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of that's insane. That's insane.
Have you been watching the Tigers at all?
I have the MLB app, so yeah, I check in with them quite a bit, and I think here's the thing. They always start so hot in April. Like they always start hot. They've always have, as long as I can remember. And they always have a terrible month of May, like a terrible back end of April, terrible start to May. And like they were first in the division in the Central to start. And now like Minnesota has came out of nowhere, and they're like 22-17.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees just beat them 5-1 yesterday. Big ball game tonight.
Yep.
Yankees Twins. I'm taking the over. It's seven runs today. Yeah. I'm taking the over. Yankees are just swinging it too hot.
They're so good. We're so good.
But the thing that kills me about the Tigers is they still have bad contracts. Like I don't think you guys realize this. They're still playing Cabrera.
and Javi Baez.
Oh, you want to know another person they're paying? Prince Fielder. They still
Prince
owe him
Fielder.
money.
Damn.
He's still getting paid. He's still like one of the top 5 highest paid players on the Detroit Tigers, and he hasn't played since like 13. That's the truth. That's true.
At least you have an AL Cy Younger on the team, because he's so good.
Who?
Tariq Skubal.
Tariq Skubal.
God,
oh,
he's
dude.
so good.
So when
He's
I
a
worked
beast.
in minor
Well,
league
here,
baseball,
Brenden, real quick. I got to dip out.
That's fine.
All right, so it's going to be you and Mike. But, hey, good talking to you.
Dude,
We'll be in
absolute
touch.
pleasure.
All right, it was awesome.
Send me your address.
Yeah, we'll get it together.
We'll get that shit. We'll get that stuff sent over to you guys.
Yeah, and then we'll figure out August.
Oh, dude, we'll make it work. Like this will be good.
Should we
9
just cut it
dogs.
here?
We can just cut it here if you got to go.
Because I know you got to do the interface and everything.
All right, whatever you want to do.
Fuck it, we'll cut it here.
We'll just cut it here.
Here.
Shit, you have to work at 11?
Yeah, but I'm like 2 minutes away. We're good.
That's so funny. But
Jeez.
Brenden, thanks again.
We'll cut it here, dude. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Good
figure
stuff.
See you,
Big
man.
team out. See ya.
Yeah.
Brenden,